on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Welcome to Budeshi. We welcome you to this very segment where we get to open it to fix it. And it's coming to you from the PPDC, the Public-Private Partnership
Development Center.
What?
Development Center.
Oh, Development Center. Don't mind me. I don't know why I am. My head is blocked this morning, but it's all good. We welcome you to this very great segment, great time on radio, where we get to explore some very deep issues. Now, on this week's episode of the program, we're joined by representatives from the Digital Inclusion and Safer Internet team of the PPDC, that's DC. We've had them at several instances and different episodes of this program where they've told us what they are doing, the giant strides they're making in order to ensure that, so much is done with regards to the internet and cyber safety, especially as it has to do with children and their safety in that particular aspect, talking about the internet. Now, in the studio this morning, we're joined by who is a program officer Magnus Ike, who is a program officer of DC. Good morning to you, Magnus. How are you doing?
Good morning, Swat.
Welcome.
Good morning, listeners. You're welcome to the program.
All right. So for the people who do not know, tell us about DC. You know, what's it all about, and basically what are your programs like?
Okay. I'll start by giving a brief background of digital inclusion and safer internet. As the name implies, it covers digital inclusion and online safety. But basically, for today, we'll be discussing more about safety online. So, what we've been doing all the years, the Digital Inclusion and Safer Internet is a program of PPDC, which seeks to promote universal access to ICTs for the sustained individual and economic development and for full participation in the society in a way that preserve the safety and freedom of the internet. So DC emergence was from our realization that the internet provides a level playing field for participatory government and economic opportunities across industries, and also recognizing the amorality of the internet. This is also DC's desire to seek and advocate for the internet freedom.
That has to do with the internet. Now tell us about cybersecurity and how it affects kids, because I know most of your programs are centered around children, cyber safety, and how the children can navigate while still staying in a safe space on the internet.
All right. So throughout this October, worldwide is recognized, the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month is recognized as the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So for the SCS-AM, as it's commonly called, it has been in place since 2003, so over 17 years now. So it's an effort by the Department of Homeland and of USA and the National Cybersecurity Alliance. And this is aimed at creating more awareness and sharing of helpful tips to make people to be more cyber aware and safe while they engage on the internet. So one may ask, what is cybersecurity all about? It's basically the practice of defending and protecting computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from malicious damage and attacks. This is in line with the GDPR, that's General Data Protection Regulation. And this does not only affect individuals, it also affects the nation, the companies, as regards to protecting their data or information.
Yeah, as I know that you work with children, and as much as, you know, it permeates much more than that. How do the kids come in terms of their safety on the internet?
Yeah, so basically for kids, you know, it's always good we instill in our kids those safety rules as regards to getting on, or rather interfacing with the internet. So while we do all this, we've been carrying out trainings in schools across the nation.
Yeah.
So we go to schools with our partnership with Ministry of Education and Universal Basic Education. We've been able to go to schools and train them about the need to apply safety while they engage on the internet. And you know, currently, considering the advent of COVID-19, there has been this compelled shift to e-learning. So while we do all this, there is need for us to encompass all these safety measures across our children, so that while they maximize the benefit of the internet, they also acknowledge the safety measures.
Okay, so coming back to the issue that you raised about the Cybersecurity Month, it's a whole month that has been set aside for this. Why is it very important that we take this time, you know, whole month talking about cybersecurity? What are some of the important things, awareness you want to raise concerning the cyberspace security and all of that? Talk to us about that.
So like I said earlier, cybersecurity basically has to do with protecting our devices, electronic devices from malicious attack. So throughout October, it's really broad. So throughout October, there are activities and programs that are mapped out to create more awareness to people on protecting their sensitive data, like personally identifiable information, health information data, government and industry information system from theft and damage. So this is really the essence of a whole month program in October, which entails the program and activities around creating awareness.
Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting conversation this morning about keeping your devices and cyberspaces very, very safe. Now, you want to add some more?
So tomorrow, this is part of our featuring in the radio today, so that we'll create more awareness about tomorrow's program we have. Apart from, we'll be having an online training for everyone. We encourage people to participate, though we've gotten some people registered to participate in the program. But throughout November, we'll also be having series of training for teachers and parents as regards their kids being safe while they engage on the internet. Okay. So for tomorrow, we'll be having a program at 12 noon. It's going to be online, so virtual. So it's about creating more awareness, or rather part of our activities for the Cybersecurity Month in October. We've had a program in partnership with Union Bank, where we trained young ones, rather the kids, about the Web Rangers Club and other measures as regards being safe while they interface on the internet.
Okay, so that's part of highlighting what DC has done or is still doing to ensure child safety while interfacing with the internet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's, you mentioned the development of an online curriculum for schools. Can you shed more light on this, you know, about that? How far have you gone? What is being done to ensure that this is actually entrenched? And how far do you think that is going to go to actually help with what the core message of DC is all about?
Okay, you mean the online safety curriculum?
Yes, yeah, curriculum, yes.
So, like I mentioned earlier, over the years, we've been training schools, we've been going to schools, training students about the need for them to be safe while they engage on the internet. So having done that, at a point, we realized that we can't go to all schools across the nation to do this. So with support from Google, we were able to engage or partner with NERDC, National Education Research and Development Council. It's a body that is best taught with with online and with curriculum development for schools in Nigeria. So with our partnership with them, we were able to come up with online safety curriculum, Google online safety curriculum, which was approved at the 64th National Council on Education meeting, which was held in Port Harcourt last year in November. So with that approval, the Web Rangers as well was also approved, just like they have the Jet Club, press clubs in school. So Web Rangers it's now approved. So for the Web Rangers, it's an initiative. It's an initiative, digital literacy program designed to allow young people to gain critical skills and knowledge around online safety. That they use all these measures to create innovative campaigns that promote safe internet usage and champion their rights while they engage in the digital world. The program basically is about creating young digital citizens who know how to use the internet responsibly and as well encourage their peers to do the same.
All right, that's some interesting thing. It's enough to say that you're doing so much. I mean, getting to this point where you're talking about getting it involved in the curriculum, the Web Rangers Club, it's a great initiative, I must tell you, and I'm very sure that as much as you keep pushing, this will go a long way and have a very wide spread. But then also you look at the role that the parent performs, in all of this equation. How do the parents support what DC is doing to ensure that the child is safe when it comes to the usage of internet?
Yeah, we like the Safer Internet Day we had. There are lots of measures that are in place. There are lots of measures that are in place for parents. Like I said earlier, with this advent of COVID, there is this shift. People are compelled to engage on e-learning. So, like I said, after tomorrow's program, we have series of training we'll be doing for parents and teachers. So in a way that, because these are the two specifics, is either they handle devices in school or they do, mostly at home.
Yes.
So there are some measures that are in place for parents to really help their children while they're the parents should as well try to talk to them often about digital footprint. What do I mean by digital footprint? The internet doesn't forget or forgive. So when you do something, before you post, like sending something online, think about that. Whatever you've sent keeps being there. Like on Facebook, if you send something today, in a year's time,
It reminds you.
It reminds you on so that you did something like that. So it doesn't go off like that, no matter what. So you have to be very, very cautious of the kind of things you post there. Apart from that, they should talk to them about their personal information. You don't just give out your personal information to people out there to avoid unnecessary risk. The parents also should try to talk to kids, or rather their children, about using strong passwords. You can use numbers, uppercase and lowercase. That makes a strong password to avoid hackers and the rest of them.
Okay, so these are some tips. I just hope parents are listening and that they would also be participating, or they will participate in ensuring that it's not just left for DC or just the teachers in school, because I mean there is so much to do. So once the parent keeps helping this and ensuring that they monitor and also supervise their kids, it will go a long way. Now you talked about the training that you are organizing. Talk to us a bit more about that. Just expatiate and let's know what that is all about. Is it open to everybody, or how are you guys going about that?
Okay, for tomorrow's, it's open for everybody, but subsequently in November, we'll be having specifically for teachers and parents. So for teachers, it's basically to build their capacity up on the developed online safety curriculum. So the teachers need to know more the content, the themes that are in the curriculum. But for the parents, like you asked me, what can parents do to ensure the safety of their children online? So that brings us to some online tools which they can as well use while the children learn and ensure their safety, like the Family Link. The Family Link is an online app, which helps parents to through their own device watch what their kids do on the internet at any given time through their own device, wherever you are around the world. So long as you're able to set up on your kid's device and your own device. So you will be able to even off their own device remotely, set their screen time, and other features
Oh,
involved.
that's interesting. That's a
Yes.
great initiative.
Yeah, so
Okay, so our parents are really encouraged to attend this. People are. What's the modality? Where do they go to? Time?
yes,
Venue?
for now we've had some participants already, but for
Oh, okay.
whoever that wishes
Mm-hmm.
to engage can as well call on this number 080 326 42402. I take that again 080 326 42402, or you go to our website, Digital Inclusion and Safer Internet. You read more about us and for more clarifications.
Okay. All right. We have been looking at the digital inclusion and safer internet with Magnus Ike, who's been telling us what he and his team members are doing to ensure that there is a more safer cyberspace internet for everyone, for your devices, you who's consistently working there. How do you ensure you have a safer space, and the kids too, who in the process of learning have to be exposed to that. A lot is done on the internet, especially as it has to do with bullying, hacking, and so much blackmailing going down there. Lots of useful tips being offered, and trying to help us have a glimpse into the work that DC is doing. If you want to ask questions, if you want to understand an aspect of this conversation that we've had that you may not necessarily be cleared, Magnus is still here, and so you may want to call in now and be a part of this conversation on Budeshi this morning, brought to you courtesy of the Public-Private Development Center, PPDC. Please call 094 600 951 and 0803 1230293. Also 080 95974869. Would really love to know what your own feedback is to this very wonderful initiative of the PPDC team, and we also want to hear what you have to say this morning. So Magnus, you want to add something?
Okay, we are saying some things around tools, online tools that
Yes.
could help people learn and as well and protect their children while they engage on the internet. So we have other applications. We have the Be Internet Awesome.
Be internet
Awesome. With
Okay.
that, you'll be able to access some, or rather have some knowledge as regards being smart on the internet, being brave, be able to speak out when you find something that you're not comfortable with. Apart from that, we also have Bolo. It was formerly Bolo, but recently it was changed to Read Along. This app helps kids, especially those in the primary school, to learn how to read on their own. So with that app, a kid can easily learn how to read. Then you have the Google Safe Search. With that, if you're able to set up that on your device, on your kid's device, they will not be able to access any inappropriate content.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure people will get to learn some more when they probably call in and also get in touch with you and your team. But someone is asking that, what about parents and teachers that don't have access to internet and gadgets, especially in rural areas? Well, I don't know, is that their business, or we exclude those set of people?
Yes, that's the aspect of our digital inclusion, reaching out to communities who might not. That's, like we said earlier, this project, rather the program, has to do with digital inclusion and safer internet. We know those in the hinterland that they don't have access, like you said about this, and we are as well working around this to see the possibility of engaging more people. But with the COVID, we limited our engagements based on social distancing. So we, like earlier this year, we tried carrying out capacity building for teachers, but the pilot study was to cover 25 states, but we couldn't due to the advent of the COVID. Though we were able to do in about 4 states.
Are you planning
Plus-
to resume anytime soon?
We've been working.
Okay, I mean, with the states, working with the states and stuff. You said you started with 4.
We were able to just do 4 before the lockdown. We did with Plateau, Abia State, Ekiti, and Anambra. So with the lockdown, we're not able to do anything all this while.
Okay.
So, but we still hope to extend this.
Okay, that's some good news then. Okay, you said something about the November.
Yeah, that's okay. In November,
Yes.
we have series of programs for teachers and parents.
Okay.
Like I made mention, the for teachers is basically to build their knowledge about the content and theme in the online safety curriculum for them to be able to use these measures to teach the children and ensure they are really using the curriculum. So, but for parents, it's still about those tools I've tried mentioning and other ways they can adopt. Yeah.
All right, that's some interesting one there. 094-600-951 in case you still want to contribute. We just have some few more minutes before we go on Budeshi, where we're looking at the DC team, what they're doing to ensure that more awareness is created on the cyberspace. So do call in the numbers, ask your questions, get clarification if you need any, and well, I'm sure you would get to benefit as also your child or ward who tends to put that to use in the process of learning and also in their overall psychological development and otherwise educationally too. So the numbers, you were calling numbers, if people want to get across to you and your team, what are the numbers that they should dial?
Okay. For on phone, you can call 080, like I mentioned before, 326 424 02. I take that again. 080 326 424 02 or 070 81 05 8518. I take it again. 070 81 05 8518.
All right, so those are the numbers to call and get in touch with the DC team, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, Magnus, has been an interesting one talking with you about DC and all what you have been doing. But before you go, just by way of rounding up, very quickly, very quickly, just round up everything we've said, and then maybe just tell us what will be your final thoughts this morning.
Okay. So for tomorrow, we will be having our program for the Cybersecurity Month awareness. Subsequently in November, we're hoping to still carry out trainings for parents and teachers. So for my final word, while we encourage our children or young ones to engage on the internet, it's not really is a multi-stakeholders engagement. It is multi-stakeholders and engagement, like the parents, teachers, you and I, as we are. So we will try to, with this compelled shift to e-learning, we should try as much as we can to encourage the safety of everyone on the internet so that the cyberspace will be well tolerated by everyone.
Okay.
So while we engage, or rather encourage our kids to be streetwise, there is need for them to as well be encouraged on being internet wise.
Indeed.
Why? Yes.
Very important.
And it's not just a single person's work. Everybody is involved.
Teachers, parents,
Everybody.
every responsible adult, especially.
You can see what's been happening. Some people posting fake news, misinformation, and there are people once they handle their device, whatever they read there, they believe. Most things you see online are not real.
Indeed, and there's the fact-checking tools, but people just would rather take on the sensational news and hold on to it because it serves their purpose and all of that.
Whether it's true or false.
Whether it's true or false.
Yeah. It's really a big problem that needs to be tackled.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Magnus Ike. We've been looking at Digital Inclusion and Safer Internet Month. It's been the whole of Cybersecurity Month, the whole of October. That's how it's been, and what DC team is doing to ensure that that is actually consolidated on, and in terms of cyber safety, internet safety, and the likes of them for, well, whether adults or kids, it is very, very important, especially the age that we live in and the times that we live in. We have lots and lots of people who are mischievous and are going berserk on the internet, causing lots and lots of losses and problems for people and society in general. And so it is important. Call those numbers that Magnus has put across in case you need more information, and I'm sure they'll be glad to interact with you and see how they can come in to help you, your children, and whoever it is that needs some help with regards to that. Once again, Mr. Magnus, thank you, of the PPDC, thank you so much for coming over this morning.
Thank you, Swat, and for listeners, thank you so much for listening.
All right. Well, Budeshi is brought to you courtesy of the Public and Private Development Center, showcasing every week the programs and the initiatives that they're making in ensuring that the space is more open and more transparent, whether it has to do with accountability, transparency, procurement issues, what DC team is doing, and the likes of them. We bring that to you every Friday right here on Morning Crossfire on Nigeria Info. Thank you once again, and we will be taking a break and come back with some issues.